The Dominator's back, folks. It is Billy Musi, your host, co-host with the Podfather today, and it is a Father's Day extravaganza. Just what every father wants to do today. We're going to draft. Matt, how you doing today?
I'm feeling great. I took my daughter. She's 12 years old. I took her driving for the first time.
Ooh, scary.
She's tall. She can reach the pedals. Went to a parking lot. And wow, people that have never driven before have a hard time with the brake. They really don't get it. I mean, my neck, if at any point I start rubbing my neck today during the show, it's because it's strained. I'm experiencing a neck strain. You know, these football players, every week there's someone that's dealing with a neck strain. I get it, man. I get the neck strain.
Is she doing the double foot?
No. She's all with the right foot.
Okay.
She tried with the left foot with the brake. If I was like, no, right foot on the brake. Oh, big, first rule of driving club, all right feet, and then just the whole time. But it was a great Father's Day. We played basketball. We played horse, and I was shooting terribly. She almost beat me. It was embarrassing. But then we were driving. It's been a great day. Great Father's Day.
Yeah, so I got us inside the queue. There's 7 left to join. So if anyone's in here, if you want to draft with us, go ahead and join the Underdog Ball Mania IV right now. We got 6 people left, so there is room for some of those of you who are in the podcast to draft with us. Don't be sniping us. That's the rule. Can't snipe us.
Promo code is Underworld. You get an instant deposit match up to $100. They double your deposit up to $100. The promo code is Underworld. Support Underdog. If you don't. Maybe you've been like holding out this whole time. Everyone's on Underdog but you, and you're like, I'm not doing it. It's too many cool kids in there. Cranky, right? Don't be cranky. Father's Day. Do me a favor. Join Underdog if you haven't already.
And there's a lot of money in this tournament. There's $15 million in prizes. That's a lot.
Underdog's doing great.
Just this Goliath over here.
They're doing great.
3 people to fill the draft. So while we wait, I'm going to talk about this morning. My wife let me sleep in. I didn't wake up until like 10. I was up late last night working on some stuff.
Good for you.
Dude, it was awesome. Like I haven't slept in like that. And I don't know, how long, but woke up at 10 this morning. Breakfast was made, came downstairs. One of my favorite breakfasts is tostada with beans and a fried egg with bacon. It's so good. And homemade salsa. And I had that. My wife, of course, wants to know if I want cake. I'm like, it's 10 in the morning. I don't want cake. She's like, you sure you don't want cake? I'm like, do you want cake, honey? She's like, I do want cake. I'm like, no, let's at least wait till lunch. I can't eat cake at 10 in the morning.
Well, coffee cake.
She was like, pan dulce, because, we
can do coffee cake. Yeah.
So I was like, no, make me a latte. We'll have an early lunch. I'll have a slice of cake at lunch.
I got a mansion lifestyle hack for people.
Do it.
A handful of mornings per week, a couple, 3 to 4, 2 to 3, 2, maybe 1, whatever your diet can support. This is a high calorie breakfast. I get it, right? Maybe this won't fit with your diet, but this I've found is absolutely delicious. Is if you order fried rice, right? When you're ordering Chinese, order pork fried rice. Okay. Pork fried rice is important because that's kind of like bacon, right? So you get the pork fried rice. I add pineapple to get the salty and the sweet. So I just reheat it, right? Just reheat it in the morning, and then I put a fried egg on top. Holy cow, with extra sriracha. So that's a breakfast I've been enjoying lately. Is the good. Pork fried rice with pineapple, fried egg on top, sriracha. Ship it.
That sounds really good, actually.
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
All right. There's all these new layouts. Have you seen all these things? Like you can move our screens now. There's so many. Oh wait, that went away. No, I'm failing here.
Are we drafting?
We're drafting. I'm trying to figure out. There's all these different layouts now. Let's get. Oh my god, I feel like I swear to God, I've never done this before. It feels like. Let's get this going.
It's funny, like your background almost matches the of your actual studio with the virtual background. This is great. Where are we drafting?
We're in the 12th hole.
Oh God,
you love it,
but I love it.
There we go. Look at that view. That view is not
This
bad.
is not a bad view at all. This is great for this.
I kind of like this view.
Oh, this is a perfect view.
See what these other ones look like. No, that one's not bad. I kind of like that one. What do you think about that one?
No quarterbacks yet. No quarter. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, this is good.
You like
I want to be bigger.
that one?
Nah, I can't see. I can't read it.
Okay.
That one? Go. That's fine.
Or you like this one, didn't you?
I like them both.
Okay.
Switch
Austin Eckler made it to the 12 hole. Let's take him.
Oh my God. How is this? I love drafting with you. This is what Dave Hubbard must feel like.
We just get discounts. This guy knows we like Amon-Ra. He stole them from us. So for me, it's either Lamb or Nick Chubb, honestly.
No, it's Lamb. We just got Eckler.
There we go. I know, but you could double it up. You could
Lamb, baby. How does Lamb make it here? This is great.
Lamb goes there all the time.
I know, but I don't understand it. I don't get it.
So Eckler is interesting. So this is back to the Bijan conversation, right? Bijan continues to go as RB2, RB3 in these drafts. And I know we've talked about this left and right. We're both off the RB2 Bijan train.
RB2 Bijan train. There's a bunch of trains I'm off.
Things start to get real interesting once we actually, like, if Barkley actually sits, there's actually a path to where Bijan could be a top 5 RB now, right? Because
of course
there's uncertainty, but if Barkley plays, I think the chances of him inside the top 5 are, I don't want to say slim and none, but it's going to be an uphill battle, right? And so I'll let people draft him all day before me, and I'll take the discount on Austin Eckler like we just did, or take a double receiver build here. But I don't understand why Eckler's going so late in these drafts.
I love him.
One of the few running backs over 300 points last year. They get in Kellen Moore. Offense is going to be just as high powered, if not more. He's got one more good year.
Oh, the offense will be better because Herbert will be healthy. That's the thing, man. That's the thing. I mean, he barely crested 200 rush attempts last year. So just 2 seasons, 2021, 2022, with 200 plus rush attempts. Before that, his highest was 132 carries. This is a lightly used race car at age 28. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, I really don't understand. I mean, I get why an underdog, right? It's 3 wide receivers, so people go wide receiver heavy, but still 12 hole for me is an easy steal. So let's read off.
What if I was a big Bijan stan, right? And I was like, let's make a bet, Billy. Let's make a bet. One running back against another. Bijan Robinson versus Nick Chubb. What is the case for Bijan over Nick Chubb? Even in PPR, the case is what? That he's
going to catch more?
A much better receiver than Nick Chubb? There's no evidence of that. There's no evidence of that. The evidence that we have is that Nick Chubb is the best runner in the league and that the Browns offense will be prolific this year. That's what we know at this point. We also know that there's a couple other pass catchers in the Atlanta passing game that everybody in Dynasty loves.
Mm-hmm.
And that there's absolutely no way that the quarterbacks in Atlanta can feed all 3. And there's no way that Atlanta is going to be, inside the top 20 in points per game among NFL teams. And I have not yet seen Bijan Robinson take an NFL carry. All these things stack up, and it's like, what are we talking about? How is this possible that in this draft, Nick Chubb goes mid-second round, Bijan goes late first? This is just people that want to draft a rookie because they're exciting and never had this guy in their fantasy team, and they've had Nick Chubb on their fantasy team for years, and they're just looking for something new and fun and different.
Let's read off the first and second round for the audio listeners before we pick here in round 3. So we got Justin Jefferson goes to the 1 hole, Jamar Chase, Travis Kelce, Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, A.J. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Stephon Diggs. That's an interesting discussion. Bijan Robinson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Austin Eckler to us in the 12 hole. We go 12-1 to Ceedee Lamb. Then Devontae Adams goes after that. Saquon Barkley, Jalen Waddle, Nick Chubb, Pat Mahomes, the first quarterback off the board. Then it goes Tony Pollard, Jonathan Taylor, Deebo Samuel, Chris Olave, Devonta Smith, and T. Higgins. Any surprises in the first 2 rounds for you?
What do you think of T. Higgins there at the end of the second round? Is that too early?
I don't mind it.
You don't mind it? Okay. Then there's not really any surprises.
No, I think, when we have these 3 wide receiver leagues like Underdog is, we see the wide receivers get pushed up, right? And so that's why we saw so many go around 1. That's why we see so many go around 2. You have teams like the guy in the 10 hole that just continues to take the discount at running back and will hammer running back until he's comfortable, and then he'll take his receivers. But I typically like to go a more balanced approach here.
Start 3 running backs.
3 receiver.
There's a guy that's starting 3 running backs. The guy in the 10 hole. He went Bijan, Saquon Barkley, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yep, I've done it.
So that's hyper fragile. He's clearly setting up a hyper fragile roster where he's just going to probably stick with these 3 running backs.
All right, we got 12 seconds on the clock.
Go ahead.
Christian Watson for me. Najee Harris.
Yes, Christian Watson, please.
I like Christian Watson. How about Najee?
Do you want to we're going balanced, or do you want to go back to receiver?
I'm fine going either way. I like Najee this year. The other receiver would be Hopkins or Jeudy for me. I'm kind of out on Cooper this year.
Okay, let's. God, I like Cooper, but let's go Jeudy here.
Okay, I'm good with Jeudy here.
Yeah, we got to go Jeudy here. Jeudy's teed up, man.
All right, now we got to start looking at any correlation that we have. So we have one Charger. Chargers got their shootout schedule. Let's see here. We got Vegas, Buffalo, Denver. So now we actually have our week 17 correlation between Eckler and Jeudy. Green Bay's schedule has Tampa Bay, Carolina, Minnesota. So no correlation there. And then the Dallas Cowboys have Buffalo, Miami, Detroit. So keep that in mind. Looks like we might be leaning into Denver and the Chargers in this build.
I love it. I absolutely love it. So we are drafting Russell Wilson. By taking Jeudy here, this locks us into Russell Wilson.
It does. Yep.
Theo's in the chat. Theo says that wide receiver gets wrecked on Underdog very quickly. That's right. We have to adjust based on ADP. We know that wide receiver gets pushed up. You can either cry about it or you could just adjust and play the market. And that's what we're doing. And we're drafting wide receiver. I've never liked Jerry Jeudy, going all the way back to his time at Alabama. But he was both an air yards contributor and a yak contributor last year. And the whole team was incredibly unlucky. It was the least fortunate offense in the NFL. And after Nathaniel Hackett left Denver, Russell Wilson posted 2 top 5 weeks. So we are all in here on the Jeudy Wilson stack. The question is, because we're at the turn, how high are we willing to pick Russell Wilson? That's going to be a big question that's coming up in the next few rounds.
Yeah, we'll have to see what this room does, right? Every room kind of dictates when we're going to take that quarterback, because some rooms push them up, some rooms won't. People get kind of crazy. I see people take 3 quarterbacks before I even have my first one sometimes.
Yeah, well, this is the perfect quarterback for us, though. You don't like drafting quarterback early, and I love Russell Wilson, and I love him this year in particular. He's the best value he's ever been and probably ever will be. So that's I'm willing to go at least a round, or no, at most a round ahead of ADP to get Russell Wilson, because we're on the turn.
Yeah, this was a debate that Theo and I had inside the rankings as of late. It was Cortland Sutton, who I'm higher on this year. I'm higher on Denver in general, just because of the
how could you not be
new improved offense, right? Peyton's over here. I think we'll get the most out of Russell Wilson. Lombardi comes over as the OC. We've seen the X receiver in his previous offenses have career years. Michael Thomas, then he goes over to the Chargers, and Big Mike has his career year. And so we can expect somebody in this offense to have a career year. I mean, it could be Jeudy and Sutton, honestly, just because how they want to utilize both these receivers. And not to mention, Javonte Williams is missing time most likely in the beginning of the season, at least limited, who, my opinion, that means they're going to throw the ball more in the beginning of the season. And so we might see a pretty heavy pass attack offense from Denver to start the season off, and then they maybe start kind of riling it back as the running backs kind of get back into the swing of things.
When are you looking to pick quarterback?
It's just one of those things. You just got to feel it. I don't know. It's like voodoo, you just got to feel it. It's got to be right.
Okay. Well, so just so the audience knows, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Justin Fields all went 4th round, and Trevor Lawrence was just selected with the 56th pick in the 5th round. So, yeah, at this point, I think it's still a little bit early for quarterback. Would you agree? We're not going quarterback this round, or you want to add a quarterback into this double tap? I mean, it would be Dak, right? We're looking at Dak.
I mean, if Herbert makes it, I'd take Herbert here. I mean, it goes with Eckler. I can't believe I keep seeing people take Trevor Lawrence. I can understand it. I mean, there's a real case to be made for Trevor Lawrence ahead of Herbert, but I like Herbert more than
I think
Trevor
that we'd
Lawrence.
be fortunate to get Herbert here.
I do too.
prefer Dak Wilson, and I think Wilson is good enough that we can
Hey, he made it.
Hey, let's go.
All right, we got our stack.
Oh, man.
All right, now I think it's
fun.
Still receiver for me here. Marquise Brown's interesting with no DeAndre Hopkins. That opens up about 22% of the target share. I know the offense is bad, but that might benefit him in the passing game. Mike Evans is still interesting. They're already talking about extensions. And so
wasn't last year the year to have Evans in the last week of the season?
Mm-hmm. Eileen
Brown.
Brown? Okay, I was going to say Eileen Brown. Good.
Yeah. Marquise Brown. You know, one of the things that I invented, one of the many things, in addition to playerprofiler.com.
That little site.
The law of the conservation of targets. This is a target conservation play only. I don't care who the quarterback is. I don't care that Marquise Brown is weak at the catch point. I do not care. None of that matters. He's the number one. And in a start 3 receiver best ball league, the idea that you can get a splash play specialist, number 1 receiver at this point, beginning of the 6th round, you have to make that pick.
This is going to be like a 40-minute. This thing is flying. We're already in the middle of round 6.
I mean, a short show, short Sunday evening show. It's great. It's great. I'm rooting for this to be fast because my family is watching The Other Guys, another mansion lifestyle hack, 2 mansion lifestyle hacks. Watch The Other Guys, and if you've already watched it, watch it again and watch it again.
What the hell is Other Guys?
The Other Guys? He's driving a cocaine-covered car. Okay? It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's one of, if not one of, for sure, the most underrated comedies of all time.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
All right, let's read off the board for the audio listeners. So we went through round 2. Round 3 starts Jalen Hurts, Derrick Henry, Josh Allen, Keenan Allen, Ramondre Stevenson, Mark Andrews, Breece Hall, Calvin Ridley, Josh Jacobs, Jahmyr Gibbs, DK Metcalf, Christian Watson. That was to us in the 12th hole. Jerry Jeudy, we kick off on the beginning of the round 4 at 4-1. Then it goes Lamar Jackson, Amari Cooper, Joe Burrow, DeAndre Hopkins, Najee Harris, Justin Fields, Travis Etienne, Joe Mixon, Brandon Ayuk, Terry McLaurin, Drake London. Let's stop there at 4. Let's discuss rounds 3 and 4 only. Is there anybody in these rounds that you think is going too low based upon their ADP and what you think their output is going to be in 2023? And who's going too high in those 2 rounds?
By the way, how about Joe Mixon make it into the 4th round? Look at that correction.
Yeah.
You got to love that correction. So Joe Mixon finally back in the 4th round where he belongs. That's exactly where he belongs. Right in the Najee Harris, Travis Etienne zone. It's where he should have been all along. I love that Amari Cooper is getting pushed up next to Jerry Jeudy. That makes perfect sense to me. I don't know why you're out on Amari Cooper. I'm in on the Browns offense for all the reasons. I love Nick Chubb, and I would take a bet that Nick Chubb would outscore Bijan Robinson, even in PPR. Yes, even in PPR. And anyone drafting Drake effing London in the 4th round is insane. So that's the player that's being pushed up to a place that I don't understand. It's also going to be hard for Ayuk to pay off there, given the quarterback situation and the fact that Debo and George Kittle are there. We talk about target conservation. That's reverse target conservation. That's target depletion for Brandon Ayuk, though he is phenomenal. I love his footwork. I love his instincts. He's very strong at the catch point. He's actually very different than Jerry Jeudy. They have a similar body type, but very different games. And it's just fascinating to see those 2 players. I think that Ayuk will end up with a more productive career but that this year it's all about Jerry Jeudy based on the fact that he is number 1 as opposed to number 3 in the target hierarchy, and that there's going to be more passing with a better quarterback this year in Denver.
Yeah, a few for me. I mean, I have talked about Ridley enough, so I'm not going to get too much into it. But Ridley going ahead of DK Metcalf and Christian Watson just seems wrong to me. I mean, you can even talk about him going ahead of Jeudy and Amari Cooper as well.
No, he shouldn't.
He shouldn't
go ahead of any of those guys. It doesn't make any sense. We're about to pick, dude.
Yeah, let's head over there. There's a lot of running backs here I like, actually. So
I love the running backs here.
So right now we have 1 running back, 1, 2, 3, 4 wide receivers. We have a quarterback. Swift was a name I was considering there. He's gone now. I like Dalvin Cook. I like Rachaad White.
Can we pick Rachaad White, please?
Yeah, we can pick Rachaad White.
This is a Rachaad White pick all the way.
Actually, you know what we're gonna do? Who else do we want? I want to drag his ADP down 1 pick just because we can.
Yes, please. Yes, this is. I love the attention to detail here.
Do we want to go Cortland Sutton to stack with Jeudy and potentially?
What about Oh man,
Dalvin Cook though. I like Dalvin Cook here more.
Okay, let's double tap.
Oh my God! No! What? Oh my God! I got no. I thought I had the queue.
Billy.
Okay, we got Gabe Davis.
That's not the worst thing.
I mean, that's pretty bad. There's like 5 names I like there more.
It's not the worst. It's pretty bad. Oh my God. Gabriel Davis. We timed out. God, that was such a rookie move. Oh my God. We timed out and got Gabe Davis and then Rachaad White. Boo. Now we're not going to get Cortland Sutton, God damn it.
We're not going to
taken Sutton.
We should have taken
ADP.
Yeah, it's Sutton.
Why did we overthink it?
I thought I had him in the queue. I thought we were good.
Oh shit.
Now I'm trying to see if we have any correlation with Buffalo.
I do not like having a bad receiver on the team. Having bad receivers is not cool, man.
No, it's
you might. Oh well, Gabe Davis isn't any worse than Cortland Sutton. Actually, no. Cortland Sutton had an 1,100-yard season with Drew Lock, so he's officially not bad. He's inconsistent.
Oh man,
he's been disappointing.
Do we have any correlation here with Buffalo? Where's Buffalo's schedule? Buffalo. Oh, that sucks. Hey, week 16 correlation. It worked out.
With who?
With the Chargers.
Oh, thank God. Okay. That's actually really good.
All right. It would
have been so much better to have like Shakir or Dawson Knox or something. But
yeah, take Sutton and then take Shakir and Knox later. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. But
that would have been way better. But
I'm trying to think of any excuse that we can to really like our auto pick here.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good. But if you look at his week 1 last year, right? This is the glass
half
full.
Best ball receiver.
Yeah, that's the point.
He is a best ball receiver. He's not a player I'd ever trust to put in my starting lineup. Gross.
He had a touchdown and 88 receiving yards in week 1. Then he hurt his ankle and he kind of fell off the cliff all year. So maybe we can chop it up to an ankle injury. Oh, I'm looking at the.
It's very inefficient.
I'm trying to look at the.
He's not quite Josh Palmer level bad, but he's pretty bad. He's a great 4th receiver. Any NFL team would be happy to have Gabriel Davis as a number 4 receiver. Any higher than that, and it's suboptimal. All right, let's throw the board back up. I'll read it off.
Well, at least he's our 5th receiver.
Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. That I've seen worse.
I'm gonna laugh. This team wins $2 million.
I've seen worse teams. Is we starting round 6 to read it off?
I think round 5.
Recap. Okay. To recap, round 5, pick 49. It was Kenneth Walker, Mike Williams, DJ Moore, Chris Godwin, Christian Kirk, Aaron Jones, Deontay Johnson, Trevor Lawrence, Michael Pittman, TJ Hawkinson, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Justin Herbert to us, Marquise Brown to us, then Dobbins, Addison, Lockett, Damian Pierce, Kadarius Toney, Alexander Madison, George Kittle, Miles Sanders, Traylon Burks, Mike Evans, Dallas Goedert, back around to Cam Akers, good value there. Jahan Dotson, Quentin Johnston, bust. Kyle Pitts, value. Pickens, Pacheco, Deshaun Watson, Elijah Moore, reach. Brandon Cooks, Darren Waller, DeAndre Swift, incredible value. Gabe Davis, auto pick. Rashad White, awesome pick. Dalvin Cook, we should have him. Rashad Bateman, Javonte Williams, David Montgomery, Jamison Williams, Michael Thomas, dust. James Conner, dust. Alvin Kamara, dust. Zay Flowers, hope and a prayer. Evan Ingram, Cortland Sutton, god damn it, Snipe City. Njoku, James Cook, good luck with that. Anthony Richardson, that's fun. Odell Beckham, yay. Juju, good luck. Alan Lazard, Pat Fryermuth, and it's back to us in about 4 picks. This thing is going fast. This is Underdog, baby. This is why it's so fun.
Why did you draft Gabe Davis there? What the hell?
I don't know what we were thinking. I don't quite get it. It was a mistake. You know what that's called? It's called a mistake.
It's called a mistake.
At least it was a receiver. Right?
Yes.
At least it wasn't a quarterback and blow us up. Are we just going Russell Wilson here, or is it too early?
I think we could. It's fine. He's not coming back to us. That's the thing about the tips, right? When you're on the tips, like you can take the player you want, double tap, because you know he's not coming back to you. So we'll take him with the second pick. First pick. Oh man, we could take Perine to stack. I think we take Perine to stack it.
I think we got to go back to running back here.
Yeah, let's take Perine. We'll stack it with Wilson.
Well, Perine's a great value here.
Yeah, Perine and then Russell Wilson. It gets us our stack. We're done at quarterback. We have Herbert and Wilson.
That's all you need. Russell Wilson is absolutely qualified as a second quarterback, and you don't have to go for their third.
And it gets us our Week 17 correlation stack with Eckler and Herbert. So we're Week 17 stacked. We're auto draft Gabe Davis stacked for Week 15. Or is it Week 15 or 16?
I think it was Week 16.
Week 16. Yeah. So we
really need the Chargers to come through as the core of this. And does this mean we also need to draft Josh Palmer later or Gerald Everett? I think we got to go Gerald Everett, don't we?
Both, please.
I think we need them both.
Yeah, I would love to.
Oh my God. This is fuck. Can you believe that we are actually going to have a team with the 2 worst starting receivers in the league that we've seen recently, which is Gabriel Davis and Josh Palmer? I can't believe you're going to tell me with a straight face we have a Palmer Davis team and that we're not unhappy with it.
No. There's volume on the Chargers offense. Palmer's still going to see, 70 to 80 targets.
I know. Trust me. I'm not against it. I just think it's hilarious that we
technically Gabe Davis is still the number 2 in the offense, technically. Until he's not.
Technically. What about drafting Shakir?
I like taking Shakir late.
With Davis, though, even if we don't have Josh Allen, strategically, you think that's okay?
Yeah, that's strategically fine. You just want a piece of the offense, what it is.
Right. So that's if Stephon Diggs is a high ankle sprain near the end of the season, then we're cashing big tickets.
I mean, and the other question is, Deontay Hardy. I mean, I kind of like Hardy too because he's definitely flashed.
Oh, look how late Gibson went. Oh my God. Are you sure we shouldn't have gone Gibson?
So it's interesting because they're now Eric Bieniemy and the Commanders are talking about wanting to possibly add Hunt because of their days in Kansas City together. If Hunt lands in Washington, it's going to absolutely destroy Gibson. It's going to also hurt Bijan Robinson. I already own enough Gibson. I'm cooling that now until the dust either settles or we have a clearer picture.
So also, how do you feel about us not having Dak?
I'm fine with it. We don't need him. We only have Lamb. We chose to go Herbert Week 17 stack with Denver instead.
Well, no, we chose Russell Wilson over Dak,
which is fine. I'm okay with it. It made more sense for the team. There was no correlation with Dallas, right? We would have had Week 15 Buffalo, and that's it. Miami and Detroit is their shootout schedule.
Wow. In a vacuum, though, Dak is the play.
If I was going just 1-for-1, yes, Dak is probably going to outscore Russell Wilson. Although I would not be surprised if Russell Wilson outscored him at the end of the year. I have him inside the rankings. Let's pull it up.
No, I wouldn't be surprised either. It's Russell freaking Wilson, man. A perennial top 5 quarterback in fantasy.
So inside the Underdog rankings, they're separated by let's actually go to the projections because the projections doesn't consider ADP. So just 1 second.
I just can't believe in this draft that Dak Prescott went after Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones, Geno Smith, and Russell Wilson. That's wild to me. But that's also that's a function of the fact that the team with Lamb passed on him.
Dak Prescott, I projected for 308.6 fantasy points. Russell Wilson, 307.3. So literally a 1.5 difference.
Wow. And yeah, then it came down to the correlation. It came down, especially week 17 correlation. That's what it came down to. That's why people tune in. This is interesting. That is fascinating. What position are we trying to focus on? Is it time to go tight end?
Yeah, I think we can start considering tight end, and we also probably need to look at another running back. This is where we start getting flexible in the draft because we need to consider correlation, but we also have holes to fill.
Too early for Everett?
Yeah, a little early for Everett. I think we go Dulcich for the stack.
Oh yeah, hammer so Dulcich here.
Dulcich is one of them.
Oh baby.
And then, honestly, I like Darnell Mooney just as the player or Rondale Moore.
That's too much Cardinals.
No, let's take Everett. Let's just reach on him a little bit.
Yes.
It's the correlation. Now we're pretty much done at tight end now too. So that gave us a deeper correlation for week 17. We continued in on the Denver.
We've got to be one of the most all in on a correlated game stack for week 17.
Oh, you should see this team I did with Bengals and Kansas City. Like the entire roster was Bengals and Kansas City.
Oh, congrats, man.
I
mean, these drafts you do, I just don't understand how it's possible.
You do enough of them, shit falls your way.
It's crazy. Did you talk to the people about
No, not yet.
About the combination of wide receivers you got recently that no one's ever gotten?
Yeah, so I was in an FFPC best ball draft yesterday with Dave Hubbard, my draft partner, and we get Cooper Kupp at the 8 hole. And then coming back around in round 2, Stephon Diggs falls to us.
Oh, come on. See, this is the thing. The Kupp at the 8 hole wasn't bad enough. Diggs where'd he go in this draft? He went at the 109.
Yeah, it's 3 receiver, though. I mean, that's the only difference. But Diggs, that's the only Cooper Kupp and Stephon Diggs team in the tournament at FFPC.
Of course it is.
There's only 2 in the Fantasy Pros contest, the 350 over there now. So it's only the 3rd time it's happened all year.
Yeah. So, and by the way, just a quick point about why I didn't want Rondale Moore. It's one thing if you think that a offense is going to exceed expectations this year and potentially be prolific and you can stack it up. You should not be looking to stack the bottom 5 offenses. With the bottom 5 offenses, you just want to pick a winner. You want to pick the one player that you think is going to hog the targets, could, be the siphon in a situation, especially when there's a bad quarterback and they're just zeroing in on their number 1 receiver. That's a good example. Hey, just go with the number 1 receiver. Don't worry about the other receivers. So with the Cardinals, we have Marquise Brown. So we're not going to be considering Rondale Moore. We're not going to be considering Trey McBride. We're not going to be considering Michael Wilson. No way. No way. I'll dabble for target conservation purposes, but that's it. Right, Mooney went, damn it. Mooney was an incredible value here.
Let's walk through our build so we can start prepping for the next pick already because it's been flying. So we have 1, 2, 3 running backs. We got Eckler, Rashad White, and Perine.
Perfect.
Eckler and Perine, like we said, stack week 17 with that correlation. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 receivers, so we need to attack receiver a little bit more. And then we have both our quarterbacks, both our tight ends. So the remainder of the draft for us is running back and wide receiver, most likely.
This is about as fringy of a 2 tight end build as you're allowed to do.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And no, you're allowed to do whatever you want. But in terms of being reasonable, a reasonable fantasy gamer would not be. This is the reason why we had to reach on Everett here. It was not just the correlation. It was after Everett, you don't feel comfortable. Maybe Schultz.
I like
maybe,
Schultz too.
But I just don't. And with a rookie quarterback and all the things we talked about with these bad teams, now you're exposed to Houston and Arizona. It's not a good scene. So I think that it was imperative get Everett. If we didn't draft Everett there, that meant we have to draft 2 more tight ends. So we actually freed up an entire roster spot for a different position by going Everett there with a technical, in quotes, reach.
Yeah, I think the only other person I would have felt comfortable with is Schultz or possibly Chigo.
Everett, Chigo would be a good one. Chigo would be a good one. But even still, though, the offense, you're not sure.
Yeah, there's questions.
Is going to have enough volume to support him. There's a lot of questions there. Who the quarterback is going to be. Chig is a little fringier.
Higbee's interesting too because he's technically probably the number 2 option in the passing game this year.
Higbee is actually less fringy. The upside's not there like it is for Chig, but he's the one you could make an argument for.
Yeah,
I would feel more comfortable with Higbee than Schultz if I had to pick a number 2 tight end.
Higbee's interesting this year because of that. I mean, he probably is number 2. Oh, wait, they got Tutu Atwell. They got Puka Nacua.
Oh, come on.
There's not a lot there.
We're on the clock. We're on
the clock. I kind of like Singletary here.
Okay.
We need a running back.
I mean, fine. Go ahead.
Or do we want to take a third? I don't think we need a third tight end.
No, we don't need a third tight end.
Okay, let's go.
Whatever running back is your preference, I'm going to go with.
And we need a receiver now.
Okay.
It's either DJ Chark or it's Rashid Shaheed probably for me. I don't really want to take Mims, but we could take Mims. I don't really want Mims.
Mims is a little bit overboard with the
or Jayden Reed.
Please don't do any of that. Take the veteran.
Okay, let's take DJ Chark then.
Yes, please.
Okay. I like Jayden Reed though. He's working. He's operating out of the slot as a starter right now.
Okay, but we already see. I don't love that because now we've got Christian Watson in what could be a low volume run first offense with Jordan Love, and now again we're betting against Christian Watson.
Yeah,
if the offense is prolific enough to carry 2-3 receivers, that's fine. But when we're not sure that the offense is going to be prolific enough, you start risking betting against yourself by stacking receivers when you don't have the quarterback. So I actually don't want to go Jayden Reed there. Maybe there's some study that's been done and some article that's been written that refutes what I've said, and I'm happy to read it. Anyone can put it in the comments. Put in the comments below. Email me, podfather@rotounderworld.com. On Twitter @fantasy_mansion. Let me know. But I would rather go with a target conservation again with who is, technically the number 1 receiver for Bryce Young.
Yeah, we've seen him be a deep threat. He's definitely could still be that deep threat here for Carolina. We are expecting them to trail in games, so we're expecting them to throw a little bit more. So
all the receivers we've drafted since Jeudy are all best ball receivers. It's Brown, it's Gabe Davis, it's DJ Chark. I mean, we're leaning into the volatility, leaning in hard.
So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 receivers, 1, 2, 3, 4 running backs. We're done at quarterback, more than likely done at tight end.
Are we done at running back?
No, we're not done at running back. We need at least one more with this group, at probably 2. Okay. We could probably go 2 running backs, 2 receivers here. That would finish with a 6 and 8 build. Yeah, 6 and 8. That would be 2, 6, 8, 2, which I'm good with.
Can we get an update on the Team 10 who started the draft with 3 running backs and decided not to go hyper fragile, ended up drafting Devon A-Chain and then handcuffing Bijan in a tournament, handcuffing his running back with Tyler Algier.
Yeah, so goes Bijan, Saquon, Jahmyr Gibbs, Amari, Hawkinson, Addison, Waller. Double taps. It pretty much sort of takes 2 high-end tight ends. He gets Bateman, Daniel Jones, Devon A-Chain, Van Jefferson, Tyler Algier, KJ Osborne, and Rashid Shaheed. Though, the receivers that he chose for taking him later are receivers that I like. Like, I like the upside of Van Jefferson.
Yeah.
KJ Osborne's probably still going to see 80 targets. Rashid Shaheed is interesting now, especially with the news with Olave with the tendonitis in his Achilles. Did you see that? That sucks. But Rashid Shaheed could become interesting if that is a lingering thing.
Whoa. Olave went second round here. He has Tendonitis?
They're saying tendonitis in the Achilles I think is what it was.
Oh my! I gotta put my
Glasses
doctor glasses on if we're gonna be talking about that. Oh, what? That's terrible.
Yeah, so
I
now
hate that word. Tendonitis is one of the worst words in the English language. Oh, any itis is bad, but tendonitis. Oof.
Yeah, 3 days ago, Chris Olave is reportedly dealing with some Achilles tendonitis. This is likely nothing, but he should rest 1 to 2 weeks to make sure.
Are you? But it's nothing.
I own a lot of Olave, so
Me too.
I'm not looking forward.
This is terrible. It's bad enough he has Derek Carr at quarterback. It's bad enough his Michael Thomas that potentially competing for targets with him, like the dust ball of Michael Thomas. This is not good. This is bad enough he plays in the NFC South.
Mm-hmm.
God, am I out on Olave all of a sudden? I just talked myself out of Olave forever.
I'm still gonna own him. I'm just gonna just cool the Jets.
But please, no tendonitis. Let's check back in a couple months. Please, I don't want to see that word, the T word. I don't want to see it.
All right, we're coming up again. We got 4 more picks.
There goes Jayden Reed. Oh, we almost got Jayden Reed, dude.
Yeah, Jayden almost made it back.
That would have been nice. Mims still available. Now are we considering Mims? This is a hyper stack if we go Mims.
Yeah, I'd consider Mims at this point.
I think it's a mega stack with Mims. I kind of love it.
163 is his ADP. Where are we at? Round 15. So 15 times 12.
This is like pick 180. We're getting him way past ADP. He's not. Someone's gonna pick him right here. We're not gonna get him.
180 is. You did that math in your head quick. Holy crap.
I mean, listen,
freaking Rain Man over here. How many toothpicks are on the ground?
The last thing that I'm gonna do, that I ever need to do for the rest of my life, is give my intellectual bona fides. Okay,
I'm gonna make an executive. I already know you want this pick, so I'm just gonna take it.
Just take him. Take the guy. Hey, yeah, Shakir Mims. Look at this. This is cool. This is cool. Wow. Mega. I mean, now my question is anyone towing more Chargers game stack companions with them into this tournament?
Oh, we're not done.
Because this is significant. Let's count the Chargers companions that we're bringing into the shootout. I mean, It's almost every player we've drafted.
We have Eckler, Herbert. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we got Jeudy.
3.
Perine. Wilson. Dulcich. Everett. Mims. 8. Watch that game be like 7-3.
No, don't forget about Shakir and Davis.
That's Buffalo. That's week 15. That's different.
That's what I said in the shootout.
Oh, yeah.
Think about it.
Gotcha.
Week 15, 16, 17.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Who do the Chargers play in week 16?
Chargers week 16 have 15. So 15 is Vegas, 16 is Buffalo, 17 is Denver. Chargers.
Oh my God, we got week 16 and 17.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
This is insane. This is incredible. I love this. I love this. Do you want to try to get is there any Raiders we can get just for posterity?
No. Renfro, I guess. Gross. No.
Renfro was disgusting.
No, we're not doing Michael Mayer either.
We're not doing. Is Mayer available? No, he's not available.
He's still there. He's down deeper.
Mayer's interesting, but we're good at tight end. We're totally good. Oh, don't we need another running back though?
Yeah, we need at least one running back. I think we can get away with 5 on this team.
I think we can too. I think Singletary will be involved enough. We can get away with it. And I'm not even sure how many games Javonte Williams plays this year.
That's the kicker. They're saying he's ahead of schedule. I just think it's just a crock of shit. I don't think he's ahead of schedule.
They're all ahead of schedule, Billy. This is what I try to tell people. Especially, you know what it is? It's you get reminded about this when you have young analysts. And I'm talking to young analysts, and they'll tell me stuff like that's reported in the media as fact. They're like, well, this is true. And I'm like, whoa. Oh, that's so cute that you think. Oh, you think because the coach said it? Oh, you think because the beat reporter? Oh, you think that is so cute? Look at you. I just want to squeeze their cheeks. It's like none of these people are ahead of schedule. You understand? None of them are playing week 1. Get the hell out of here.
It's a long uphill battle coming back from an ACL injury in the NFL, and to come back in less than a year in a position that you have to make cuts and plant and burst. It's not going to be an easy task. And
And
although
an
these,
MCL.
yeah, and an MCL on top of it for him, but like Breece Hall, for instance, right? It's yes, he's running, and he hit 22 miles an hour in a straight line, but what does the lateral agility look like? And I love Breece Hall, and I think he's going to be way more ahead of schedule than Javonte Williams, but it's still a concern.
It absolutely is. Which running backs are you considering here?
He's in the queue. I don't want to mention his name.
You don't want to mention his name because Gainwell has been drafted. Dwayne McBride and Chandler. Dwayne McBride and Chandler went back to back, which I find fascinating, and it makes me more and more impressed with underdog drafters. Chase Brown went. Woof. Mostert's gone.
Yeah, I like Chase Brown.
I know you do. You're on the wrong side of the majority of Player Profiler.
Man, did you see though? They're already talking about Mixon needing to realign his contract. If that doesn't go as planned for Mixon,
it's going to go as planned.
I don't
know.
Don't
worry.
There's nobody else. Look how involved Samaje Perine was last year. Somebody else is going to be involved.
Someone else will be involved.
Chase Brown's
you want to pick Chris Evans here?
No, absolutely not. It's Chase Brown.
Okay, well, Chris Evans is better at football than Chase Brown.
Oh, beer bet. I'll bet against that.
Yeah, fine. No problem. What about Chase Edmonds?
No, I like someone. I like two people here. We got to lean into the stack on one of them.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Lean into the stack on one of them, and the other one.
I know who it is. Oh yes, please get the guy I think you're going to draft.
Yes, it is.
Oh my God, please! He's one of my favorite running backs. He's a sweetheart.
The
guy you're going to draft is a total sweetheart.
We're good. Okay, so we got Josh Palmer.
Yeah.
And then we got Kareem Hunt.
Oh wait, Kareem Hunt's still available?
Yeah, he goes so late over here. That's
oh my God.
And once he signs, if he signs tomorrow, he probably goes in that round 13 range, 14.
I can't believe we got to Kareem. This is crazy. I thought you were going to say Joshua Kelly.
No. Hunt makes it to like 17, 18 every draft.
No, I didn't know. I thought you were going to go Palmer Kelly. That would have been interesting. But again, no need for that. We're not handcuffing. That would be crazy. We don't handcuff. If Eckler gets injured, this team's dead.
Stack cuffing.
This is a massive tournament. If something happens to Eckler, we are dead. So there's absolutely no reason to draft Joshua Kelly. That didn't make any sense.
Let's read down the team for all the audio listeners. So we start round 1. We get Austin Eckler in the 12 hole. We come back at 2-1 and take Ceedee Lamb. 3-12, we take Christian Watson. 4-1, Jerry Jeudy. 5-12, we get Justin Herbert. And then 6-1, we get Marquise Brown. We come back around 7-12 and auto draft Gabe Davis. And then we get Rashad,
which turned out fine.
It's turned out okay.
We get out fine.
8-1, we get Rashad White. You want to read the second half?
That's right. So Samaje Perine was next. It came all the way back around to us. Still got Samaje Perine. That was at the 9-12, and then at 10:01, Russell Wilson. And we have Greg Dulcich and Gerald Everett. We double tapped it on the next turn, which was, I thought that was a genius move. That was a genius. That's a Billy move. That was a Billy special. Dulcich, Everett on the turn there. Came back around, best running back available with Devin Singletary. My guy, DJ Chark, ultimate late round best ball receiver. And then they gifted us Marvin Mims 2 rounds post ADP to bolster our mega stack of Broncos. Broncos mega value stack. Incredible. Also now week 16 Chargers correlation with the Bills. We added Shakir to go with Gabriel Davis. We backed into that. We had no idea what we were doing. We auto drafted and it turned out great. Bolster our Chargers stack even more with at least one receiver. If you're going to have Justin Herbert, you got to have at least one receiver. So we snuck in Josh Palmer at the very end, and then somehow Kareem Hunt available. And we did it. We have the first good fantasy team with both Gabriel Davis and Joshua Palmer.
Oh man, that was a quick draft. We hustled through that thing.
I think that's the show. I think we end on that.
That's it, huh? You don't want to do one more mansion lifestyle hack? Where are you going next week?
Mansion lifestyle hack. I'm actually going to be in Barcelona, Salou, this town south of Barcelona. I'm going to go there, get a big soccer tournament with my daughter. She's, working hard at being a good soccer player. I think I could say this, and I don't think she would object. She's not the twitchiest athlete out there. Okay.
No Kadesh Tony.
But she is a hell of a worker, and she listens, and her instincts are getting so good. Her passing ability is incredible, and she plays like a number 6 stopper role, the Tyler Adams role for the U.S. men's team. And it's perfect. She's like the quarterback of the back line area it's a defensive midfielder, and her ability to distribute from there and to be able to pass forwards and backwards and be able to handle the ball and be trusted, where she is the glue gal on all the teams that she's on now, and to see her grow into that role, where we're watching Rodri from Man City. We're saying that he was the best, at that right now, in all of soccer. And she's just really embracing it. It's the perfect role for her. She also likes that she doesn't have to run as much in this role. You can be super, all of her cleverness and all that. And now we're going to go and go to Europe and see how she does, which is going to be just, she's not nervous, apparently. Like, I'm nervous. I'm more nervous than she is. I also want to let you know about a Dynasty trade I did, which,
let's hear it.
Yeah. So I have a Dynasty orphan that I took over of a team that basically flew too close to the sun. You ever taken over one of these Dynasty orphans that flew too close to the sun?
Mm-hmm.
So when I took it over, it had Zeke, Dalvin Cook, Aaron Rodgers, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. Very old.
Lost his window for win now.
So it was right after the window. The guy went for the championship, came up short, left the league. Typical. I'm looking at it going, I can't win. I'm going to try to win. There's no way I can blow it all up in 1 year. And trying to blow it up all in 1 year is dumb anyway. It's actually not optimal. Rebuild. So I made the playoffs. I made a run. Because you never know. Also, you never know how good your competitors are. I didn't know if maybe I could mix and match.
Yeah, sneak in
and sneak in and go on a run. I had great players. When you ever have Tyreek Hill and you have Travis Kelce, you've got a shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I in the process, I ended up trading Elliott, trading Dalvin Cook, getting DK Metcalf, getting Brandon Ayuk. So, trades that were head scratchers to some people last year, I'm now way ahead.
Yeah.
Right. Way ahead in the process of rebuilding this team. So I was trying to rebuild it on the fly, still have Rodgers, still have Kelce, and still have Tyreek Hill. And I've been trying to package them for a rebuild, knowing I'm gonna go in full tank mode this year. What's the best way in a super flex league? What's the best way to go into tank mode? Go and acquire Kyler Murray. That is the first priority. So I ended up shopping these players around every team in the league. No one would engage with me. No one was interested. It's one of those leagues. And then so I finally had to go crawling to the champion, who happened to have Kyler Murray. But the problem was he also had Mark Andrews. So I was like, well, he's not going to be as interested in Travis Kelce. He was also thinking about starting to rebuild. He's like, I think my window's done. And so I convinced him that his window was still open if he had Hill, Kelce, and Aaron Rodgers. So then it worked out a package where I shipped. This is a lot. Okay, I'm warning everybody. This happened today. This is a lot. This is a lot to send in a trade. I sent Rodgers, Hill, and Kelce for Kyler Murray Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Darnold, and Albert Akuigbunam.
I think you could have got more.
No, I couldn't. I've shopped around. I negotiated.
It was Tyreek Hill, Kelsey, and
Yeah.
Andrews. Or sorry, Tyreek, Kelsey, Tyreek, and Rodgers for Amon-Ra St. Brown, Albert OK,
Kyler Murray.
Okay. One QB league?
And Sam Darnold. No, 2 QB.
Okay, that changes things then.
Yeah, no, super flex. Oh, no, 2 QB. No, whoa.
I was like, wait a minute.
It had to be 2 QB.
Yes, okay.
Because we are very bullish on Kyler Murray and 2 QB. This actually establishes my team. The nucleus of the team is now Murray and Amon-Ra and DK Metcalf.
You got younger.
I went from the nucleus being Dalvin and Zeke and Kelsey and Hill to having a pre-Apex, exciting, higher upside options across the board. And I just don't have any running backs. So now the move is to see if I can get the 101 and get another young quarterback. And in the process, mix and match and try to figure out running back. Yeah. I also just drafted Jordan Addison, and I did a rare trade up for me. I was in the 108. And what I did was I offered to move up one spot to the 107 because it's 50-50, whether the person goes Addison or Johnston. And if I got Johnston, that's a surefire bust. He is basically a less athletic Josh Doxson from TCU. I didn't want any part of that. I want Addison. I don't think it's close between these two. So I offered Herbert in exchange for Michael Carter, thinking this person might believe Herbert's the starter. It's not going to be Roshan. So you never know if someone doesn't appreciate Roshan. So I was like, maybe he doesn't appreciate Roshan. Sure enough, he did the deal. I moved up one spot for a backup running back swap, and is able to lock in Addison. I think it's 55-45. He would have gone Addison, and I didn't want to take that chance. To have a backup running back swap to lock in 100% chance of getting Addison is a move you have to do in that situation, because I've also been in the situation where I just tried to let the manager ahead of me fuck up, and I take advantage. And guess what? He took Addison, and I end up with Johnston, and it's a terrible feeling. And I didn't want to make that. There's a lot at stake with this team. I'm trying to do a truly epic rebuild. And so I felt I had to make a move to get Addison. Now I really like my wide receiver core, my young nucleus of Addison and Amon-Ra and DK and Ayuk. I really like. That's where I'm going to build off of. I have my number one quarterback. I'm going to try to get a second quarterback and start to play the running back roulette game. For the rest of this rookie draft, I'm just going to be pounding running back, whether it's Roshan, whether it's Tajay Spears, Evan Hull. That's going to be every round. It's going right back to running back. And so it's all about solving that problem. But yeah, it was painful, but is a pain trade. You have to understand that if I waited and then the season started, suddenly we look up and Travis Kelce's going into his age 35 season, and you just can't get what you could for him now. Same thing with Tyreek Hill. What if something happens to Tyreek Hill? If Tyreek Hill picks up a hamstring injury at age 30, his dynasty value craters. These were risks I could not continue to take with Rodgers at age 40.
Yeah,
I had to make this move.
As a rebuild, it makes sense. It's tough to get rid of Kelsey and Tyreek in any league, but when you are in a rebuild and you're in a 2 QB league and you have the ability to get Kyler, who's much younger, Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's going to be a young stud in this league for a long time. Darnold has a chance. I still think he's probably done. He has contingent value for 2 QB. I wanted Darnold in the deal. Yeah, there is contingent value there. For those in the chat that are saying that you should have used the trade analyzer over at Player Profiler, I would like. Well, no, I did. I'm going to show it. No, you put it in rebuild mode in Superflex. It's right there. Absolutely. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. That's neutral. That's not even in rebuild mode. No, that's neutral. Do you want me to do neutral? I'll do rebuild here. That is neutral. Let's do rebuild. Didn't change.
I think you have to reprocess it. Either way, it was a good deal for him. It was a good deal for me. He couldn't reasonably rebuild on the fly. He had to kind of go back in the way his team was structured. He had to go back in this year and go for it again. And I think he can now. I gave him the horses, and he gave me what I needed to rebuild with a straight face.
You know what would be awesome is if you could do, I don't know a platform that does. I think you might be able to do it on MFL is doing like contingent picks, right? So like if they finish ahead of wide receiver X or tight end X, then get, another pick in return.
That's fun.
That would be fun.
That'd be fun. All right. Hey,
that's it.
We actually did an hour show.
We did. We made it
into it. Hey, that's a Dynasty trade talk. Will get you there every time.
All right, folks. Take care. Happy Father's Day.
Hey, I want to take a moment to thank you for tuning in. It's important to me that all of our media be free. This is only possible because of you allowing a true independent sports media enterprise to thrive unlike any other in the business. So please subscribe to the All In package to continue to make all of this possible, to ensure that all of our stats, information, data, content is available to you, especially you, the people that get the site and get the show.